All right, beautiful people, man. Good evening. Good evening. Thanks so much for joining us here tonight with the Unlimited Income Squad as we present you guys a financial, a wonderful, wonderful opportunity to generate unlimited residual passive income by becoming a virtual dispensary owner and joining our squad. It's going to be about an hour presentation, filled with filled with laughter, joy, and understanding. My goal here, as your host facilitator, I'm ERGJ, your Boss here. I'm an area VDO with the company. It means I've leveled up, and I did that in 2 months, and I can show you how to do the same. Is to give you all the information so you can make an informed decision. We'll go over products so you can see what kind of products are in the store. Should you decide to open up your own store to be able to do e-commerce and drop ship all over the country without you ever having to touch the product itself. And then we'll get into the money, what it looks like, the kind of income that you can earn if you decide to work the compensation plan, work the business, and let the business pay you. What we do, guys, is just really simple. We provide opportunities for people to be able to get products to help them to feel better, relax, feel better, and also to heal. And that's the biggest thing. We have products that actually help people to heal, to relieve stress, anxiety, depression, all types of things. We'll get into that here tonight in the presentation. I want to say welcome, welcome, welcome to our guests. If you are a guest, I'd love for you to just take a look at the screen at the bottom of your screen so you kind of know what's going on here. If you haven't used Zoom before, we have a chat section where you can ask questions, raise your hand. I'm sorry, ask questions and also leave notes and things like that from what you hear. And then also you have a reaction button. On the reaction button, if you press that, that's going to allow you to raise your hand if you have a question, leave some type of emojis if you like what you're hearing, things like that. And I'll see that here on the screen. So right now, let's test it real quick. If you are a guest, let us know that where you're from and also who invited you here tonight, what city, what state you might be connecting from here tonight, and who invited you to our presentation tonight. And for everybody else, our videos that are in the house from the Unlimited Income Squad, you do the same. Let us know where you're connecting from. Again, I'm ERGJ. I am from Decatur, Georgia. That's right, Decatur, where it's greater. If you don't know, you better ask somebody. And that's exactly what we do here tonight. If you could do me a favor, Miss Lumpkins, go ahead and pull up the presentation. I want to get right into this thing, guys. I promise you, I'm a guy that doesn't like long meetings, so I'm not going to take that long. What we'll do here is go through, again, the products, the site,
Welcome to
the money. And then after that, we'll be done. And we do about 30 minutes as a team, so you can get to, if you decide you want to stay a little longer, you can learn the team that you'll be joining, and that's very important. It's not just about the opportunity. The opportunity is great. There's been plenty of opportunities you probably come across in your lifetime. The problem sometimes is that you're not with the right squad, don't have the right leadership, don't get the right training. And then that opportunity turns into a dud and you'd be like, hey, man, I got started, but I don't know what happened. Well, we'll be introducing you to the team so you can see how strong our squad is. And again, I'll take personal responsibility to make sure that you are successful as long as you are willing to put in the work, okay? As long as you're willing to put in work. Here's the deal. The person who doesn't work doesn't eat. I can tell you that. The one who doesn't work doesn't eat. So don't be that guy. Benny Holly from Jackson, Florida. Thanks so much for joining. Dante Williams from Memphis, Tennessee. What's going on? Lester from Maryland. Invited by Troy. I appreciate you for joining us here tonight. Brandy from Kennesaw. Miss Mika from Michigan. Miss Janine from Ellenwood. Sincere from Decatur, Georgia as well. Shanrika, how are you? From North Carolina. Vincent, thanks so much for joining again from Troy as well, from Hyattsville, Maryland. St. Louis is representing. Miss Valerie, thanks so much. Ryan Scott is in the building from Fort Worth, Texas as well. Let's get right into this thing because the way my time is set up, guys, time is money. We want to show you some of the money that you have the opportunity to make here tonight. CannaGlobe is a virtual dispensary opportunity. Basically, that's what it is. Virtual, meaning that it's e-commerce. It's a dispensary. We dispense products all over the country, and it is 100% legal to drop ship right to customers' door. So you don't have to touch the product if you decide not to, but there's some benefits to touching the product as well. We'll talk about that. We just did a presentation. I mean, just went to an expo in South Carolina. We'll talk about our experience there. It was game-changing, life-changing. I will tell you that. Next slide, please. So here's where, let's get right into this thing, man. This is the Amazon of cannabis, drop shipping cannabis products and magic mushroom products and sacred plants right to people's door in the form that they prefer. It's the most innovative, disruptive, compelling business model this industry, network marketing, has ever seen. I want you guys to understand network marketing is the same business model that Madam C.J. Walker used to become the first millionaire in the United States, the first female millionaire in the United States. So Please don't poo-poo on things like Mary Kay and Avon and Amway and all that good stuff as well. Just a different model. You decide whether it's something that you want to participate in or not. Next slide, please. Rolling Stone talks about the cannabis industry, saying that it's unprecedented. It's growing at an unprecedented pace. We understand that that the legalization of marijuana is taking place across the country from a medicinal standpoint and a recreational standpoint. Is being approved quicker from the medicinal standpoint, right? So we're not talking about just simply getting high, which is probably what many of you guys may experience. Of course, I'm from Decatur, Georgia. It's prevalent in the hood, but it's not just about getting high. It's about getting healthy. Everybody put in console healthy. It's not just about getting high. It's about getting healthy. And I'll prove that to you here as we move forward. Next slide. CNBC talks about this opportunity or this market as the new gold rush. We call it the green rush, right? If you missed out on the oil rush, you missed out on the gold rush, you missed out on the crypto rush or whatever, well, hey, don't be the guy that misses out on this as well. Next slide. Now, why do I say that, man? The cannabis market, Forbes says, could grow over 700%. Next slide. Wall Street Journal talks about it's a tremendous market, an industry that's allowing people to come in, start businesses, which is what we're presenting to you tonight, that they could otherwise might not have been able to start. That's from Wall Street Journal. Next slide. It's all about timing, guys. Here's where we are. We're in 2023. They're projecting this cannabis market to grow to over $134 billion by the year 2030. That gives you 7 years to get rich. And trust me, it won't take you that long if you put in the work. Next slide. Timing is everything. So we're early. Everybody put in console early. We're early. You don't want to be late. That's what happens to many of us. Opportunity comes, we pass over it. Idea comes, we pass over it. Then 5 years later, like, oh man, I had that idea. And then you see somebody else get rich. Oh man, I thought about starting, but you didn't. And then you see somebody else get rich. You'd be like, man, I should have done something. How many guys have had that experience in your life? Well, it was early when you got the idea. It was early when you came across the opportunity. It was late by the time you took advantage of it or didn't take advantage of it at all. Now, why, guys? Why? It's simple. You just simply Google it if you like. We don't make any medical claims. It's not about getting high. It's about getting healthy. Well, here's some of the ailments that some of our products assist people with dealing with that may be ailing. You start talking about ADHD, stress, insomnia, glaucoma, OCD, obesity, pain, all types of stuff. PTSD, which is one of my specialties. I specialize in helping people with that. Just think about it, man. Is there anybody in your family, anybody that you're connected to, anybody that you know that's dealing with anything that you see here on the screen? And what would it be like for you to say, you know what, I think I got something that could help. Would you like to try? They say, man, I'm willing to try anything not to deal with this pain. And then they go ahead and pay you. And I'll talk about an experience I had here today with my cousin. I said, whoa, it's starting to spread like fire. It's not about getting high. It's about getting healthy. Next slide. Here's the thing. If you don't know, you actually have a system that wasn't taught to us in grammar school, or probably grammar school science. We had anatomy or human anatomy, things like that. Maybe that was high school. I'm not quite sure. There's the endocannabinoid system, where you have CB1 and CB2, or cannabinoid receptors that respond kindly to this, what they call the intelligent plant, which would be marijuana or cannabis. It affects your brain, your lungs, your spleen, your bones, your skin, your vascular system, muscles, and so on and so on. And it also is an endocannabinoid system for your dog. Next slide, please. There are about 130 cannabinoids in the intelligent plant, or the sacred plant, which they banned or abolished back in 1930. And prior to that time, it's always been something that people use for in ancient times, and obviously we see it in the islands and things like that. But there's more to this plant than just THC. I want to make sure I'm clear on that. I grew up in an environment where THC was a thing. The high feeling that comes from smoking it or whatever people do with it, that's the thing I recognize in my community. But then as I learned more, what did I do? I began to earn more. Everybody put in console, the more you learn, the more you earn. We begin to learn more. So there's about 130 cannabinoids, THC, CBD, CBDG, THCA, all types of stuff. I don't know them all. I'm still learning about more and more and more, but that's not stopping me from making money. Next slide, please. We have over 100 premium products that help in all areas of life, helps people with pain, stress, sleep, energy, focus, creativity, productivity. And they're delivered in methods that people may prefer. Some may prefer the gummies or the edibles. Some may prefer candy or tarts. Some may prefer capsules or pills. Some may prefer to drink. Some may prefer to bake and have cookies and brownies and things like that. Some may prefer smokables. So it's all preference on the delivery of the product that'll help people, whether it's to get high for some or whether it's to get healthy for others. Next slide. Now, here's some of the products that you actually get in your store. So should you decide, you know what, I like what I'm hearing here. I like it in the e-commerce system. We know we're in 2023 in technology. I like that I don't have to touch the product. The customer come and they'll order it and it goes right to their door, just like they were on Amazon. I like that. But what about some of the products? I need to see some of that. Well, that's some of that stuff you're seeing on the screen. Over to the top left, you see our max out section. That's going to be the section all in black that you see. That is for basically your fitness, your athletes, people that are exercising, training. That's going to get them this one of the best products in the store. This 7,500 10,000 milligram balm. That's pain relief. I did a reel on it earlier today. It's helping my mom with her neuropathy. She was in a coma for about 8 months. Sitting in that hospital bed, came out, and nerves are all messed up. How many of you guys have been in that situation? You just said, I mean, I was in the hospital for 3 days. I couldn't walk. So you can imagine being in the hospital for 8 months and what's going on with your body then. Well, she came out and now the foot's messed up. Well, we start putting a balm on her foot and she's getting some relief of all those pins and needles and stuff that's going on down there for her. She came to me today, said, man, my back is hurting just from walking. We put it on her back. It gave her some relief. These products are actually working. I'm not surprised that they are, but I'm still surprised that they are. Over to the next to that, we have the energy drinks. That's not available right now. Looks like they'll be bringing it back soon, but we did have energy drinks or do have energy drinks. We'll figure that out as we move along. In the middle, that's the Dr. Wright's tincture. That's a new product that's just been added to the store, to our stores. And that's been helping people with their internal pain, their internal stuff that they may have going on. We have a video here that uses it for her father who is dealing with dementia. We have the mushroom coffee. That's going to be rival with the Rise coffee that you might see the advertising going out there. We have our mushroom coffee as well. Over to the right, all of our mushroom products. This right here, the mushroom products are the thing that I knew nothing about as I looked at this opportunity the first time. I looked at it from the THC side, which I consider to be the sizzle. When I started learning about the mushroom products and what they can do and what they help with, I was amazed. Now, growing up, I had some homies. I went to UGA. I had some brothers from another persuasion that they preferred the mushrooms over the cannabis or the weed, and I didn't quite get it. And I was like, I ain't trying to trip like that. I did not know that these mushroom products help people with things like PTSD, insomnia, stress, anxiety, depression. I found out today helping my cousin with postpartum, something like that has to do with having a baby. I'm all in on the mushroom products. The first mushroom product I tried was that little green bottle that you see there. That's the Focus gummies. That's a lion's mane. I popped that thing. I tried that thing the first time. I had a lot of stuff on my list of things to do that I've been procrastinating on. Guess what? I took out about 85% of my list that day. I don't know. Maybe I was focused. Yeah, that's what it did. It enhanced my focus. Everybody putting console focus. Now I want to ask you this: those that are here, the guests, could you stand to benefit from more focus? If you were to focus on your dreams and focus on your plans and focus on the things that you want to accomplish and you actually got them done, wouldn't you be closer to where you want to be? Well, maybe you need a little help or a little enhancement to your focus, and we got products for that as well. Down in the bottom left, you have your bakables. We tried the bakables. We had an edible arrangement party 2 weeks ago, my birthday. And those were a hit. Okay, so we made brownies and we got cookies, we got chicken batter, we got mocktails, which are marijuana cocktails. They don't have alcohol. They are marijuana based or THC based. You have your edibles, your gummy rocks, your watermelon gummies, and then you start to look at your aphrodisiac, your sex stuff. We have your aphrodisiac shots, aphrodisiac capsules, and it's called it's to help you This is what I do to get you in the mood. That's what it do. It help you get in the mood. Right behind that, you have a THC flower. That's actually weed in a canister. I was shocked when that came to my door. Again, it's 100% legal, getting drop shit right at people's door. And guess what? People are buying it. Okay, got seltzer. Maybe you're a person that likes to make drinks, or you know people that are into that are bartenders and things like that. They can start to make their own type of drinks as well. Then you have your pre-rolls, your vape carts, your disposable pens, and things like that. Here's what I like to do. I want to introduce to you guys Miss Sincere Newman. She came with me. We went together to Columbia, South Carolina on Saturday. And we set up with all of our products combined, put them out on the table. And at first I was like, I don't know about South Carolina rules, so let's just sell the mushroom products and we'll just display the THC products. Lo and behold, people kept coming over and they're like, well, we want that and we want that. And I was like, well, shit, let it fly. And so next thing you know, we so many products flew off of our display table. Now we got to re-up. How many guys been in a position in your life where you had to re-up for whatever it is? I know y'all ain't never done nothing illegal before, but I have, okay? I had to re-up. Sincere, are you there? Let me see how to check the tab here. Sincere, is she here? Yeah, Sincere, if you want to unmute for me real quick, if you're able to. Normally it don't take her that long. She may be moving around. I didn't ask. I should have asked if she's able to speak or not. Going once, going twice. All right, I'll come back to Sincere. If I would, go ahead and let me introduce Miss Lumpkins to you guys. Miss Lumpkins, if you don't mind, unmuting, introducing yourself and tell us about your top product out of the store that you really like and you use, or not use, but it's been a big benefit.
Okay, hey everybody, my name is Della Sumpkins out of St. Louis, Missouri, and my top product is the Dr. Wright tincture because it helps with inflammation. My youngest daughter has autism and she's totally dependent, and that is really helping her with pain. And also the pain muscle balm is really, really good. That helps her a lot as well. And the shroom flower, the balm.
All right. All right, thanks so much. I just asked Sincere, I just sent you a message to be able to help you unmute. I think you were trying to do that. Sincere, you there?
Great day.
Hey, Sincere, thanks so much for joining. You want to introduce yourself and tell us about your experience on Saturday real quick, maybe 2 minutes or less?
2 minutes or less. A great day. I am Sincere Newman. And at first I was excited just to be around thousands of women with like minds. So it had an amazing energy because they were looking for opportunities. And so when we presented that opportunity, it made sense to them because they were already open to receive. And for me to be able to be in a place, a public place, a convention center with thousands of people, a lot of Christians, church, sanctified women, men, I was popping open a cap of weed and they was smelling it like, how when you get your bag, you got to sniff it. They was like sniffing and looking around like, where are the cops? Like, we going in trouble. But I literally had confidence, like I can be in the street and know that I am doing something for our health and recreational and it's legal. And they wanted to take everything we had off the table, and it was nothing but samples and just so they could see it in person. So I'm excited for them. I'm excited for me. This is a great opportunity. It's life-changing.
All right, thanks so much. As she said, life-changing. It's a great opportunity. We're early, and you get an opportunity to have what I would call a windfall, which is money coming in after you. Instead of you chasing the money, money starts chasing you. And we'll talk about that money here in just a second as we move forward. Next slide. I want to get to the money. Everybody put in the console, show me the money. If you just joined or you're a guest, love for you to let us know where you connected from and who invited you. Here's what makes it effective: nanotechnology. For others, they may use a technology that breaks it down, but we break it down to less than 100 nanometers. So it's faster acting. It'll if you put something on your skin, the skin will basically absolve it in a much faster rate so you can get the effect in a much faster rate. Next slide, please. Oh, it's water soluble. All of our products water soluble. Instead of oil and water don't mix. So many places they're making products out of oil, and so that doesn't go well with your body. It's just like, you know, I taking castor oil is going to come right out. Well, ours is water soluble, so it's gonna react with your body at a much faster rate for our THC products. Next slide. Now, how is this legal, you may be asking? Well, it's a 2018 Farm Bill. We're not the first to do this. All right, you can go, if no matter, I don't know where you may be, but I'm in Atlanta, Georgia. I see smoke shops and I see CBD stores. I see gas stations selling this stuff. You look online, you got other companies that are already shipping stuff out as well. But here's the deal. When they ship out, you don't get paid. But what about if you were to ship out and get paid? So the 2018 Farm Bill came out and said, hey, hemp is going to be described as cannabis with a THC concentration less than 0.03% by dry weight, and all of our products are compliant with the United States Farm Bill. And I'll show you how. Next slide. So we have a DEA certified labs that provide a certificate of analysis for all of our THC products. So each product that gets created or created itself, it is going to go through a third-party lab to identify, just like a FDA would for some type of food. It's going to identify everything that's going on with that product, and you're going to get this type of basically sheet that's going to show it. And also, if you have the product in hand, there's a QR code on the back. And so if it's a THC-based product, you can scan that QR code, and guess what's going to pop up? The certificate of analysis. Now, this is huge. Why? Because there may be people that's in the medical field. Now it gives them validation and authority for the products that they may decide to add as a second additional stream of income to offer into the community. It's certified. Okay. Next slide, please. 1 second. All right, 1 second. All right. We're currently in 26 different countries. Now, all countries we can't ship THC products to, but again, we don't have just THC. You have THC, non-THC, and also shroom products. So to the countries we can't ship THC to, we can still have other products that can go out there. So we do have people that are starting their stores in other countries and just focusing on the non-THC stuff. Here in America, United States Virgin Islands, we can ship to all across to all parts of the United States, right to customers' front door. Next slide. Here's the opportunity. All right, to become a virtual dispensary owner. Everybody put in console VDO, a virtual dispensary owner, right? No hassles, no experience, no storefront necessary, no inventory that you have to house, no licensing that you have to get. Y'all know how much of a bitch that can be, right? No apologies, is 100% legal. Next slide. Here's what it looks like, guys. You want to say, hey, man, all right, let's get to the money. Here's how much it costs. Here's the investment in yourself. You say, hey, man, I see what I like what I see. How much to get started? Well, many people start with a video part-time. You already got things going on in your life. You've already established whatever you've established up to this point. You can't dive full blown into it. Well, part-time. And I can show you by using about 10 hours out of your 168 hours a week how you can get rich if you use those with some focus. All right. Part-time is $420. $420. Here's what you get. You're going to get a sample pack that's going to be filled with products for you to be able to use, share, sell if you decide to do that. It's about $500 worth of products that you'll get in your in your sample box. It's $25 a month to keep your store open, and you want to order one additional product on auto ship to put you into qualified video. And I'll talk about why that's important in just a second. That helps you get to more money. If you decide, you know what, I want to go all in, you go Video Pro. That's $300 more. You could always upgrade later from video to Video Pro if you decide to do that and pay the difference. But Video Pro is a special place because now you can start getting paid to train. For every individual that joins or becomes a business partner with us, they must go through training. The reason why is because our company wants to stay in business and don't want nobody messing up because they don't know the rules. They don't know compliance. They don't understand their back office, all things like that. So we take you through an extensive training so you can learn all of that so you don't mess up nothing for nobody else. Now, here's the deal. In order for us to train everyone that comes in, They're people who must be trained to train. And by doing that, they put themselves in a position to get paid no less than $40 per person that comes into the training class. Now think about this for a second. If we get more and more people joining, as this thing is still early, maybe there's 30 people that come to your class because they got to get trained. They want to know everything there is to know, and it's going to be more to know as we go further along. 30 times 40 is $1,200 for an hour and a half of your time. Now, pray tell, is there anyone here right now that's making $1,200 an hour? See, here's why I began to teach people principles about money. There's more money in what you know than in what you do. Most people just learn how to make money by what they do. You start learning how to make money by what you know, you start leveling up to $800, $1,000, $1,200 an hour. But that's something that you learn by joining the Unlimited Income Squad. So $420 for video, $720 if you want to go Video Pro. Those are the two options. If you say, man, I you know, this is a no-brainer. Let's get going. Let's get to the money. Next slide. Let's talk about what it's going to take, how you earn money and the kind of money that you can earn. Well, here's the deal. You have an online dispensary. You'll get a QR code. You can share your link. People will go and buy stuff from you. They'll get it shipped to their door. You start presenting like we did when we went to South Carolina. They get stuff right there. Then we give them a card. When they run out of what they got, they'll go buy it from the store, from online, and get it shipped to their door. And you get paid every time they do that. Next slide. You can get sample products that you can share out. We just did that in South Carolina as well. We were passing out it was about 30 minutes went by and we were out of samples. I mean, it was that many people that was like, give me I'll take that free sample. I'll take that free gummy. I'll take that free gummy. We were out in 30 minutes, but we still made do with the rest that we had. Next slide. All right, so how does it work? How do you get paid? Here's the money. All right, pull your pen out. Right? Take notes, right? Here's the money. We have talked about the products. We've talked about the investment. Now let's talk about possible returns. Next slide. So as I said, Q video is very important to be qualified because as you may introduce this opportunity to other people, they may decide, you know what? Shit, I want some of this too. And if you bring 3 in, right, by the time you get 3, all right, that's going to be a mentor customer bonus. You're going to get $100 per person. That takes care of more than half of your initial investment already just by bringing in 3. Everybody putting down below the number 3. That's going to be significant because we work by 3s. All right, next slide. That's the mentor bonus. So every time you directly introduce someone to the business, when you're at this level, it's $100. Once you get the 3, $100, $100 by direct. But that's just not the key. You want to go from where you are to the next level so you can get some more money. And that's going to be area. So there are leadership bonuses as you grow out your organization or grow your network. You get to area, which is green. Now that $100 that you would have got for a direct recruit or whatever you want to call it is going to be $175 bonus. So every time I'm area right now, every time someone joins, because I introduced them to the business, they decided they wanted to get started. Guess how much I get paid? $175. It doesn't stop there though. If they join and then someone joins under them, guess how much I get paid? I get paid $75 off of their efforts. And that goes out to unlimited levels. So as I go from area to regional to national to international, the money increases. Obviously the responsibility increases as well, but hey, that comes with the territory. To whom much is given, much more is required. So now we're talking about unlimited. We're talking about passive, which means that I made money off of what somebody else did. I didn't recruit them, somebody else did, and I made money off of them. How many guys want to be in a position where you're making money off of other people's efforts? And remember, I said in the beginning, I'm gonna talk to you about how you can generate unlimited, passive, residual income. And I want you to hold me to it. So we talked about unlimited. We talked about passive. Next slide, please. Here's what it looks like. Here's what it looks like, right? You start in the purple on the bottom left. You level up. How do you level up? You get 3, and then you help your 3 get your 3. That's what we do as an Unlimited Income Squad. We help each other to get to the next level. So say, for example, I'm going to take Ryan here. If Ryan, let me see who's here. Say, for example, is Ryan still here? Yeah, say for example, Ryan decides to join. He said, man, I see what you guys doing. I like the Unlimited Income Squad. I like the fact that y'all work together to make this thing happen. I've joined plenty of things and I felt like I was the only one that was doing some work. Well, hey, that's not going to be the case. I'm already at the point where I need to start, helping other people. I've reached up. I understand what it takes for me to get to the next level. I've gone as wide as I should need to go. Now I need to go down. In order for me to go down, Ryan comes in. I say, Ryan, thanks so much for joining. I teach him the ropes. And I say, man, the next person I'm able to directly recruit, guess what I'm gonna do, Ryan? I'm gonna put them under you. I don't need to go wide. I need to go down. And you just happen to be next in line as I go down. So now Ryan just got to get 2 and not 3 all by himself. This is what the Unlimited Income Squad does. And not only do we do that, we start to teach you strategy. Anybody that's in business, here's what I know you need to learn. You need to learn how to sell more. You need to learn how technology. You need to learn marketing. All these things, if you are a business owner and this is a business owner opportunity, maybe you don't know this stuff. We teach you that stuff. And then you can transfer and take that to every other business that you might do. And it gets even better than that. I'll talk about that when we get to the end of the presentation. Next slide. 20% matching bonus. So the company says you get to regional, we're going to start paying you based upon the sales that take place in the company. That's where I'm going to next, where I start getting 20% matching bonuses as you level up. Guess what? You make more money. Next slide. Here's the residuals. You started at 15%, and then as you level up in as far as rank, you start getting 3% on top of that. So 15%, you get to area, you're going to get 18% residuals off of your direct sales, meaning that you introduced the products, you gave them the link, they went and bought the product, it got shipped to their door, you got paid 18% off of that sale. And it goes up to 27% going out to international. And guess what? Again, that goes down unlimited levels. Next slide, so you can see it on the slide. Right, so I'm sorry. So you can see here on the table, right? 18%, 21% regional, 24% national. Now here's the deal. We only have one national right now. We don't have any internationals in this organization, which means that there's plenty of opportunity for other people to go on up there to high levels if they decide to work the business. Okay, and that goes out. You get 18% on direct. You get in the area, you get 4% down 4 levels for anyone that's indirect, meaning that you invited someone, they joined, and then someone used their link to buy product. That would be your residual passive income. Residual meaning that you got a commission off of a sale. Passive meaning that it wasn't a sale that came directly from you. Next slide. And here's what that looks like if you were to take it out table-wise. Right down there, you got green, that's area. That's where I'm at right now, pushing my way up to the blue, which is going to be regional. We got people here that are from the squad. They're working their way to area, and I'm helping them, right? And then as you may come in, we're going to be helping you get to area. Here's the thing. I want you to get to area as quick as possible because I understand that that's where some real good money starts to take place. And then you work your way up as you can go as far or as wide or as long or as high as you decide to go with this opportunity, understanding that you have an opportunity to generate unlimited passive residual income. Next slide. Now, we talked about VDO Pro. As I mentioned, there's training bonuses. Everyone that becomes a VDO needs to get trained. You may be the person to train them. You get paid from the company to do that training. I don't know any network marketing company, any opportunity like that, where they said, you know what? As an individual business owner, you have an opportunity to get paid to train. That means that you get trained, learn everything you need to know about the business. You are now informed, and you can convey that to someone else to make sure that they're informed. And we just do that and keep doing that and keep doing that to make sure that everyone stays in compliance so we keep making money. Next slide. Now, we don't make any income claims, but here's examples. You just simply do the math. Everybody put in console, do the math. It's 3. It goes by 3. You get your 3, then you help your 3 get their 3. And then they begin to help those 3, those 9 get their 3. That makes sense? So here's how it looks, man. If month 1, you come in today, you say, you know what? And you rocked it out. Over the next 30 days, you got your 3, right? And then Now it's time for month 2 for you to help your 3 get their 3, or for us to help your 3 get their 3. And then month 3, now we're at what, 27? And just keep on doing it, multiplying. It goes 27 and 81 and 243 and 759. Look at month 6. If you were to do that and you were to help and you were to train, you would show people what you did and they do it and they get success as well, man, you start looking at about $50,000 a month. Come on now. And it just keeps going and going and going. Next slide. Unlimited levels. Here's another thing that the company is doing. Say, hey, I don't know if you know this, but this opportunity with CannaGlobe, I also want you guys to check out CannaGlobe.com. It's not just a network marketing company. Again, I'm so elated because CannaGlobe.com is actually the company that decided that they were going to create the network marketing arm to direct sales to give people like you and me an opportunity to get paid with them. CannaGlobe.com has already done what's it called, white label products for a lot of companies on the West Coast with all of these products. So what they're doing now, they're saying, well, hey, if you perform, you might get your own brand, and that brand you choose. I was thinking today, I was like, shoot, I started thinking about lotion and potion and dog treats and all types of stuff. I was like, man, what? And you know what I want to do? I want to do some type of shroom product because that's what I'm specializing in. I get to design it. They'll design it for me. I'll tell them what they'll give me some different options about what's available. I'll tell them what I want to create. They create it, put it in the store, and every time someone buys that product, I get paid, and I did not have to pay for the brand itself. They just rewarded me for my performance. This is huge because you get a QR code. You get something with your brand, whether it be your logo, your face, or whatever the case may be. And now it is a product that can go nationwide, whether you remain with the company or not. It's your product that the company paid for because of your performance. Everybody putting out, let me get a wow emoji. I don't know if people understand how big that is. How many guys have been trying to develop your brand? And it's been taking a little while. All the graphic design and all that stuff has been taking a little minute. Wow. Next slide, please. Here's some brands that are already out. Reggie Franklin, he's one of the first people to join. He just got his brand about a month ago. And now the sidekicks are in the store. You'll see that when we go look at the store. Reggie Franklin, one of the top income earners in the company. Next slide. Bitcoin Rodney, he got his brand before Reggie Franklin. Probably about 2 weeks before Reggie did. He decided to go with a breath refresher, and it's in the aphrodisiac section. So you're supposed to spray it in your mouth, and it's gonna make you sexy, and it's gonna turn your partner on by smelling this scent, this aphrodisiac scent that's coming out of your mouth. I don't know. At any rate, but that's what he decided to do. That's what Bitcoin Rodney wanted to do, and he did it. Next slide. Holly Barker is an influencer on Instagram. They brought her in and she got her brand, which is Happy Snack. So you'll see that in the store. Those are basically gummies. You have your edibles. You have your strawberry gummies, your blue raspberry tarts. That's the Holly Barker Happy Snacks. Next slide. You have Scotty Huss. He's another influencer. He decided, you know what? I'm going to go with some pre-rolls. He's going to go with some mega pre-rolls called the Biscotti. It's one of the biggest pre-rolls in the store. Next slide. And here's what we do, guys. We make people happy, help people get healthy, and they help us get wealthy. It's a very simple concept. It comes from Zig Ziglar, says this. If you help enough other people get what they want, then enough other people will help you get what you want. Here's my question to you, to all of our guests that are still here with us. Are you helping enough other people get what they want so that enough other people can help you get what you want? Let me ask that question again. Are you currently, right now, helping enough other people get what they want so that enough other people can help you get what you want? In the comments below, I'd love for you to share one thing that you know enough other people want. Go ahead and type that in the comments below. One thing that you know that enough other people want. Once you begin to solve this equation, you start getting to the wealthy place. Once you solve this equation, you start getting to the prosperous place. Once you solve this equation, all I got to focus on is giving enough other people what they want. Then enough other people are going to give me what I want. Let's see what you guys talking about here, man. If you got any questions, you can throw your hand up or ask in the chat below. Sincere said, I'm working on my brand. Donto said, enough other people want money. Benny High said, enough other people want money. Omar said, enough other people want money. Janine said, enough other people want money. Sincere said, enough other people want health and wealth. Enough other people. So what we're doing with tonight, we're saying, hey, there's enough other people on this call right now that want some more money. There's enough other people on this call that want some assistance with getting healthy. There's enough other people on this call who say, you know what, here's an opportunity that I want to take advantage of, and I want to join the Unlimited Income Squad. So let's go over to ask, so can I sell on the streets? I would say you want to, I would not recommend it. Now, you want to check with your laws in the state that you're in, and there are going to be people that's going to do it because there's people that's already doing it illegally. The opportunity is really for e-commerce drop shipping, but you're going to get some sample products. You're going to go places that, you know, people want to buy. That's totally up to you. I wouldn't recommend it. I don't want to sell on the streets, but hey, it's going to happen. It is what it is. But just understand, here's the thing about the street, right? Remember, you didn't have to go through the process that the CBD store had to go through to get the licensing, to pay for the building, to do the electricity. So when you sell on the streets, you're taking away from the CBD store, the gas station, the smoke shop, and all that stuff, and they don't like that. So they catch you. Guess what happens if you sell on the street illegally? It's not even just illegally. It's just about little simple things like a fine from the court to say, you know what, you don't have a vendor's license, $300. So can you sell on the street? That's totally up to you. I would say I wouldn't recommend it, but you know, it happens. It is what it is. All right. So next, I think we're at the end of the next slide. So here's the thing, guys. As you guys are saying, hey, you know, you're thinking to yourself, that's the presentation. As I said, I wanted to get through it as quickly as possible, make sure I can answer all the questions that you have, use the time to think about the stuff. But it's, hey, if you say, hey, if this is a go for you, you're saying, hey, red light, yellow light, green light. You say, hey, man, this ain't my thing, whatever the case may be. Hey, no problem. We're glad you tuned in, right? We wish you much success. Maybe you're a yellow light. You're saying, you know what? I like what I'm seeing here. There's a few things I got to figure out, whatever the case may be. You got a couple questions, feel free to ask them. You're a green light saying, man, this makes too much sense. This makes too much sense, right? We can do that as well. So Ryan, thanks so much. I know you said you want to try the products. I'll shoot you my website as well. I know we're in touch with each other. So I'll make sure you get the link so you can order something as well. Understand that if you decide to join, you're going to get sample products as also. But yeah, some people start by just ordering something. So I'll make sure you get that link, Ryan. What I want to do, though, is I want to make sure that you guys are introduced to the Unlimited Income Squad. But before we do that, we have guests here. So I want to make sure that we recognize you. Thank you so much for joining us here tonight.